guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Reese. If this is your first time, welcome. So what I want to be talking about today is my 30, 60, 90 day sketchbook challenge. I decided to embark upon this challenge because I wanted something to inspire me to draw daily, paint daily. And of course I've looked into all the other sketchbook challenges that's going on out there. The 100 day, the 360. Oh, 360, that's a big commitment right there. Even the 100 days, it just seemed like such a long period of time with nothing to really break it up. So I came up with my own concept. So it's called the 30, 60, 90 day sketchbook challenge because I wanted it to have some benchmarks along the way where I can reward myself, basically. And I probably am going to be choosing art materials that I've been coveting, and that way I have a justification to buy what I'm buying, and I've actually done some work for it, so I've earned it. And so of course I need to, I'm doing it because I want to encourage myself to work in my sketchbook daily and be creative, because I do work full-time. Not unlike a lot of people who are creative, I still have a full-time job. One more thing before I go any further is I want to say that your encouragement is badly needed for me to continue sharing my work, especially on YouTube, because it's a lot of work getting your stuff on YouTube. And I have a full-time job, so I'm not making any money doing this. But I do need your encouragement for me to be here, so I need for you to make a comment down below, like this particular video, and then subscribe. Those things keep me going, and if you really tell me what you like, what you don't like, if you're doing your own sketchbook, if you're feeling inspired, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what your journey is, as well as I am sharing my journey. I'd like to get to know you better. I'd like to know how you are as a person, as a creative person, or if you just like watching creative shows. And even if you don't feel like you're an artist, or even if you don't feel like you're talented, I feel like everybody can create. So that's what this space is for, is to encourage you to get a sketchbook, get a pad, anything, and just play. Even if you're just making marks, doing what we all do, like we're on telephone calls or whatever, is doodling, Zoom meetings, that sort of thing, secretly. Well, I do. Anyways, yeah, so I want to hear from you, and the more I hear from you, the more I'm inspired, the more content I'll be sharing here on YouTube. And yeah, I'd like to do that. I'd like to be more consistent. That's my goal. All right, so as I said, so today what I want to do is actually share with you where I'm at right now. Today is actually the 11th day of this sketchbook challenge, so not that far in at all. But I just want to share with you what I've been doing and how it's been going. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, this is going to be at a funny little angle here because I don't have my overhead set up. So let me just show you what I've been working on. Okay, so, and hopefully I have this in right order. There's other stuff in here that I've been working on too, but this was the first day of my challenge. This was the first thing that I did. But it's way too tight. Right off the bat, right out of the gate, I'm way too tight. And for the most part, I consistently am. But it's okay. No self-judgment here. I don't want you to judge yourselves, and I don't want to judge myself, and I don't want to be judged by others. So, anyways, yeah. So that's what I did. This is just a local place where I like to go and hike and walk, and had this as a reference photo. I've done drawings of this place multiple times in my sketchbook. So when you see my sketchbook tour, which I've got like some reels showing you like a quick glance at it, quickly. So if you're interested in that, that's on Instagram. But anyways, that was the first day. And then I did this Bird of Paradise study, which again, way too tight. But I did love the colors. And I love kind of like this architectural drawing that I did over here, and then I just got samples of the colors that I used. And then this one, although I like it a lot, it's way too detailed. It took me a long time. I didn't mean to do that, but once I got in there, it was locked in. And same thing, yeah. Then well, actually here, I'm actually also putting on my illustrator hat. There's a part of me that likes to do stuff that looks very illustrative, and that ended up this way. Not intentionally, I didn't mean to, but the story behind this was I technically was at work. So I have a window at work that overlooks a large river, and all of a sudden a roseate spoonbill flew by, and I've seen them on the coast here in Florida before, but I had never seen one in Central Florida ever. And he flew right by our window, not looking like this exactly, because I actually had to go out and find some reference materials to come up with some designs for what I wanted to do to portray him. But that's what this moment really was about. That's why I chose to do a spoonbill. Then this is a scene in, I want to say it's Norway. It was either Norway or Sweden that I did a map crunch selection of, because I just wanted to do a simple landscape, and it's a little more looser, and the house is tight, and I actually kind of like this a lot. This is more closer to where I'd like to go eventually. So that's that. This is kind of a hot mess, and this is actually not something I included in the sketchbook challenge because it's still not done. It took me longer than I thought it was, and it's still not done, and yeah, it's a mess. Then this is today, or yesterday. This was yesterday, and then I'm going to be painting these today. But that's all in this sketchbook. But in between, and this is my South Korea sketchbook, and I've shown that before. But I decided to take one of my reference photos of persimmons, and that I took in South Korea for my trip last year. When I decided to do it, I thought I really shouldn't just do it in the other sketchbook. I should do it in the South Korea sketchbook. So that's what I did. So one day I did that, and then I did this, and this is from another reference photo from South Korea. This is Gyeongdong Daewon Tea House in Jeonju, South Korea. They have this lovely area at the tea house, and this little stone fountain thing that holds water was there in the corner with lovely cosmos flowers just floating around in it, and it was so pretty and so quaint. So, and if I can think about it, I'll show that photograph here. But anyways, so that's what I've done thus far. First leg of my challenge, not even at the 30 days yet, but that's where we're going. I will say for this particular journal, I'm going to be using it again on my next trip to South Korea, hopefully this year. If not this year, it'll be the spring of next year. So that's my plan, at least, and then I'll fill this up more. Anyways, so that's pretty much it. So for this portion of the video, I thought I would just share my sped up version of me painting this other page that I mentioned, and I hope that you enjoy it. If not, just go ahead and forward to the end of the video, and I'll catch up with you there. Okay guys, so I hoped that this little video was inspiring to you. I hope you got something out of it. See where this sketchbook takes me. Although as you know, like I said, I'm not completely inside this one sketchbook. This is probably my primary sketchbook that I'm doing it, even though there's other things in here. And of course, when I get done, I'm going to do an overall sketchbook tour of all my projects that I've worked on in totality together. So you can look forward to that too, based on your encouragement, of course. So anyways, I hope that you had a good time. I hope that you feel inspired, like I said. And I look forward to seeing you next time, hopefully. But until then, I hope you are well. Have a great week, guys. Annyeong, as we say in Korea. Annyeong. Goodbye. See you next time.